Hello and welcome. This is FIDE Master and FIDE Trainer Vedant Goswami. Today we are going to see a game by the legendary Paul Morphy. And if you just see the board, you see the rook on A1 is missing. So it's a rook odds game. So these type of games were played as demonstration games by very strong player with an idea to give some sort of equal opportunity to the opponent who was a much weaker player. So in this game, played in 1850, Morphy demonstrates uh, the deadly fried lever attack and a very efficient way to play it. And it also shows how even without the rook, that particular attack, which is even so popular nowadays, can be so powerful. So e4, e5, and f3 and g6. We'll quickly go to the position. c4 and f6, knight g5, and the traditional attack on f7, the weakest square on the chessboard because it is already only supported by the king. d5, e into d5. And now the correct move, as we know, is knight a5, just chasing the bishop on c4, forcing it to point away from the critical f7 square. Knight into d5, which we know is a mistake because of knight into f7, king f7, and queen f3, attacking the king and the knight at the same time. Lot of time you will see the opponent just going to e8, and after bishop into d5, white simply has a much better position. So the king comes to e6, which is a good option, and I think the only option to support the knight on d5. Morphy continues with knight c3, bringing another attacker on d5. Now the knight is attacked 3 times and defended only twice, which requires another defense. Knight e7. Yeah, knight b4 is also an possibility, but not so great. White castles, c6, and now Morphy decides that it is time to bring the remaining 2 pieces into the game, a hallmark of a good player, playing with all the pieces. White played, Morphy played d4, pawn into d4, rook e1, king goes to d7, and knight takes on d5. Knight takes back, and bishop to d5. And pawn also again takes back, and queen into d5. King c7, and now the freshly released bishop, which was opened by the move d4 a few moves back, comes to action with a deadly check on f4. Bishop d6 is the only defense, and at this moment, I would encourage you to just pause the video and find the winning move. It is not so difficult. The very simple theme of a pin can be used here to immediately win the game. And you did very well if you found the move queen c5, using the pin on the bishop on d6 to force the king away from supporting the bishop and ending the game with the checkmate by the bishop on d6. So a very nice game. Another game which demonstrates the power of the famous fried liver attack if not handled properly. Hope you enjoyed the game. I'll put the notation in the description for you to go through the game at your own pace. Thank you so much for watching the game. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.